Welcome back, everyone, and today we're finally picking back up on the American Watchmaking Companies series. Today we're taking a look at a company that is arguably the tip of that spear. That's coming up right after this. Founded in 1992 by American watchmaker Roland G. Murphy is the RGM Watch Company. The company is located in a small town in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, where there's a very rich history of American watchmaking. For Roland, the watch book started when he was in high school, working half a day for a clock company in the cabinet-making wood shop. As his passion grew, he enrolled in the Bowman Technical School in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and in 1986 he trained in Switzerland when he was accepted by the Watchmakers of Switzerland Training and Educational Program. After completing his training, he started working in product development for the Hamilton Watch Company, and was later promoted to technical manager. He worked for Hamilton until he founded RGM in 1992. Most impressive about RGM are the in-house movements they have to their credit in their very short history. One example is the caliber 801, and that's the one you've been looking at here, RGM's first in-house movement. This caliber was introduced in 2008, and according to Roland, it's the first high-grade mechanical watch movement made in America in 4 decades. What's even more impressive is that a whopping 90% of the movement is made in the United States, including main plates, bridges, setting parts, regulator parts, wheels, and clicks, just to name a few. If you recall from the Swiss-made Let's Get Real video I made, if 50% of the value of a movement is from Swiss manufacturers, it's good enough to be branded as Swiss. By those same standards, RGM's 90% is more than enough, in my humble opinion, to be proudly branded American-made. The caliber 801 is gorgeous and a feast for the eyes. Every aspect is well decorated and carefully considered, which is highlighted by the winding gears that were modified with a recessed area and brought to a high polish in order to perfectly match the aesthetic of its surrounding parts. Several of the dials for RGM's caliber 801 pieces feature hand-cut, engine-turned guilloche, as the art of guilloche is something that Roland is also incredibly passionate about. If this accomplishment wasn't enough, Roland followed up the caliber 801 only 2 years later with the Pennsylvania Torbjorn in 2010. This mechanical marvel visually seducing you contains the proprietary RGM caliber MM2, standing for Manufacture Movement 2. It features a tourbillon mechanism made in Lancaster County. This marvel represents the first serially produced tourbillon in North America and sits in a handmade watch that has one of the largest tourbillon cages for a watch its size, measuring 43.5 millimeters in diameter. The guilloche you see here isn't on a conventional dial, but is actually the main plate of the movement that's been decorated by hand. Manually winding and beating at 18,000 vibrations per hour, this piece represents a resounding landmark in the timeline used to record American watchmaking history. For those of you with at least $95,000 burning a hole in your pocket, this gem is available in stainless steel as well as precious metals. Taking a sneak peek at their website, we see here the caliber 20 models, the third RGM in-house movement made to celebrate their 20th anniversary. This is their first shaped movement made for their tonneau case style. This movement bears the same level of decoration and attention found in the caliber 801 and features a unique motor barrel system designed to reduce wear and friction. This offering features what is arguably becoming an RGM signature, which is beautifully guilloche dials. The case is one of 5 different cases made by RGM. Cases used by the company but not made by them are sourced from Switzerland or Germany. Hands are sourced from France, Switzerland, or the US, and straps used on RGM watches are mostly sourced from the US or Austria. One of their pieces that I find particularly appealing is the 801 Corps of Engineers. Obviously boasting the company's 801 caliber, it was inspired by the World War I US Corps of Engineer watches and features a real glass-fired enamel dial and blued steel hands. I absolutely love the luminous rich cream color used on the Arabic numbers and filling the dial's hands. I'm also a fan of the running seconds hand at the 6 o'clock position. Now, if I can get past my almost debilitating need for a date, I could certainly see myself with this 42mm gem. To wrap this up, RGM employs fewer than a dozen people making 200 to 400 watches a year in a former bank building in Little Mountjoy, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. To sum up Roland's passion and vision, I leave you with this quote from the man himself. To really be a watch company, you need to make your own watch. Otherwise, you're a casing company. I want to make our own movement, our own complications, our own hand finishing. I'd love to hear what you guys think about RGM. There's a link to RGM's website in the video description if you'd like to check it out. If you enjoyed this episode or found it useful, don't forget to hit the like button. And as usual, if this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. That's it for this one. CG out.